My name is Matt, and I am an Imposter-Syndrome-Aholic. You might be thinking, I know this guy. He's an alcoholic. What's he talking about? I'm not an alcoholic anymore. I beat that a long time ago. I've been sober for like a decade at this point almost. And working through recovery, I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot. But I tell you what, I never get over this feeling of insecurity that I'm not quite enough, that there's something more I should be in, that there are people out there that are better at what I do. At this point in our career, working with folks suffering from alcoholism and the partners of folks suffering from alcoholism, my wife Sherry and I, we've worked with 513 people. I just looked it up today. That's way more than most of the therapists and psychologists that I feel like an imposter in comparison to. So when we start every conversation with new folks that we're meeting, I always start out by saying, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist. I do that for a couple of reasons. One is legal. I don't want to be accused of conducting therapy or practicing therapy. Nobody would confuse us for a therapist or psychologist. When you think about the way we're compensated, we don't have an hourly rate that we charge. So that should be one indication that we're not therapists or psychologists. But I say that because I feel so insecure. It's crazy. I felt so insecure. I went back to school. I went to grad school and got a behavioral health master's degree just so I wouldn't feel like such a freaking imposter. But after doing this for as long as we have, and considering the fact that we've been educated, we've done research, we've met a crap ton of people, this is a special message to the folks that we are currently working with. I am shaking that label, that just icky feeling of being an imposter. I'm no longer going to kind of kowtow and be cautious about the feedback and the lived experience that I share. I'm going to share it with pride, and I'm going to be bold and assertive in the way I communicate with people, because I'm no longer going to hide behind this idea that I'm less than, that I'm not enough. If there's one thing that I've learned doing recovery work, it's that vulnerability is absolutely the cure. Building self-confidence, building self-esteem, feeling good about yourself. That's what keeps me sober. That's what keeps me growing. And when communicating with people, I'm going to start practicing what I preach. And so if you are in one of our groups, if you're somebody who knows me personally and hears from me and interacts with me, I oftentimes hold back on what I really want to say. And the reason I hold back is because I don't feel like I have the validity and credibility to say what I know. But I got to tell you, a decade is a long time. 513, that's a lot of people. And I've learned a lot in those interactions. And I have as much to share and as much knowledge in the area of alcoholism and intimacy as anybody else really that I think I've ever come across. So, and I know I speak for Sherry as well. She's bold. She doesn't ever feel insecure, not about things like this. And she couldn't even spell imposter syndrome, which God love her. I'm so jealous of that about her. But no more, pulling punches and hedging my words. If I have input to share based on what we've learned over all these years, I'm going to show you the respect of telling it like it is, because I think that's what you deserve. And gosh, that'll certainly take a huge weight off of me. Might sound arrogant to say I'm shaking my imposter syndrome, but it's the next step on, getting better, getting healthier, and growing toward the fullness of life that we all seek. So if you're someone I know, and I hope that you are, I hope you're ready for maybe a little bit different interaction for me, a little more directness. I'll still be nice. I still got a ton of empathy. I still love you. I mean, there's no question about that. I'm going to tell it like it is and speak the full truth. And I hope that you are ready to handle that. And I hope you give it right back to me. Because you know what? There's a lot of bullshit that comes out of these lips, not on purpose, but we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows everything. And so if you hear me say something and you disagree, let's have a conversation, push back. And if you aren't somebody that we know, I hope you'll get to know us. If you'd like to hear more of our opinionated ramblings, please check out the Untoxicated podcast. If you're more of the reading type, please check out soberandunashamed.com. And if you're picking up what we're laying down, you might be ready to find your tribe. If you're an alcoholic seeking recovery, check out SHOUT And if you're the loved one, the partner of an alcoholic, please check out echoesofrecovery.org. We get what you're going through. You've got this and we've got you.